Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Frank Andrews, Marisa Berg, meteorologist Noreen Clark, and J. Christopher Sports. This is Newswatch 16 this morning.
Good morning, everyone. 28.5 minutes now before 7 a.m., and this is Newswatch 16 this morning for Thursday morning. Today is August the 15th. In a moment, we'll tell you about those plans to transform Scranton's Nayog Park Zoo. But first, a look at this morning's hot weather watch forecast. Here's morning meteorologist Noreen Clark. Good morning, Noreen.
Good morning, Frank. Top of the morning, everyone. And it is another warm and muggy morning with temperatures in the 70s. And we have another very warm and humid day with some hazy sunshine, along with the increased risk of thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight. I'll have a glimpse of the weekend weather coming up in a few minutes.
The Lackawanna County Humane Society is running into some money troubles. You know, it costs tens of thousands of dollars every year to keep the animal shelter in Scranton open, and the money needed is just not coming in as quickly as it's needed. And as Newswatch 16's Mark Anik reports this morning, if the shelter were forced to close, it could cause real problems for the city of Scranton.
It takes two things to run the Humane Society's animal shelter in Scranton: people and money. In fact, an audit report shows it takes about $85,000 a year to keep the shelter going. And right now, there's nowhere near that much money coming in.
Seeing that no other money forthcoming, I don't see how it can go on.
Humane Society President Helen Jones says with little money coming in, the shelter may have to close down. Now, the city of Scranton doesn't have a dog pound of its own, so when the city picks up a stray dog, they have to bring it here to the Humane Society's animal shelter. So if this shelter were to close down, the city would have a problem.
This is a very serious problem in the city of Scranton, and we will definitely have to do something about it.
Councilman Mike Melnick says closing the shelter would mean stray dogs on the streets, and that could cause a health problem for the city. He thinks the city should look into making this building at Nayog Park a shelter if the Humane Society closes. Council's Jerry Donahue agrees there is a problem, but the first he heard of it was from Newswatch 16.
We have had no indication from Mrs. Jones or the Humane Society as they having any financial difficulties.
Donahue says he's sending a letter to the Humane Society to find out how bad the problems are and find out what the city can do to help out. Mark Anik, Newswatch 16, Scranton.
Some good news for those of you who use North Main Avenue in North Scranton to get to work or the store today. The road is open. The mine subsidence has finally been filled in. Now, about a month ago, a huge crater opened up on North Main Avenue in the 1500 block. It took city officials almost 4 weeks to get the hole filled in and get a sewer line repaired. Well, yesterday, PennDOT crews moved in. They paved the road, inspected the work, and the 1500 block of North Main Avenue was open to traffic finally. And still to come on Newswatch 16 this morning, meteorologist Noreen Clark with the hot weather watch forecast. It is a simmering one, and we'll have the details when Newswatch 16 this morning returns 22.5 before 7 a.m.
Dice Roth's August coat sale. The year's lowest prices on a spectacular selection of fine quality coats. Now at Dice Roth's Hazleton and Lycoming Mall.
By now, you've probably heard of Paul Gransky's lifetime late model used car warranty. I'm Jerry Gransky. Notice we sell only high quality, like new cars. We offer our warranties on every late model used car we sell. Let's face it, no other dealer would even dream of offering such warranties. That's why we now have an 800 number for you to call from just about anywhere. We don't build them, but we sure do guarantee them.
Why would you pay more than you have to rent or buy your videotapes and discs? Hi, this is the Woody Guy to tell you how you can save money when you join the Video World Tape Club.
Everyone knows that Video World has the largest selection of videotapes and discs. Now Video World and Sylvania are having a contest. Guess how many movies Video World will have by Labor Day at both stores. And bring your guest to either Video World store, Kingston Corners, or Berwick. You could win a portable VCR and color camera, a $1,200 value. Details at Video World today.
Good morning, everyone. It's just about 21 minutes now before 7 a.m., and meteorologist Noreen Clark is out in the backyard. What a hot, muggy night that was. Good morning, Noreen.
That's right, Frank. We did experience a very sticky night ahead. Good morning, everyone. In fact, we are setting up for another day in the muggy murkiness. Let's check our current readings from the backyard, and it's now a very warm 74 degrees, humidity 88%. That's very high for this time of day. The wind is very calm at the moment. Some places are experiencing fog, and the barometer is falling. Today's sunrise occurred this morning at 6:13, and sunset is scheduled for 3 minutes after 8 tonight. And throughout the area this morning, temperatures are very mild, near 70 degrees in Canton, 74 on Mount Pocono, Allentown 75, 74 Shamokin, near 70 degrees in Williamsport and in State College. So as you're headed out, dress light because it's a very mild morning again for the second day in a row. As far as the satellite picture this morning, the main thing on it is the Hurricane Danny, just 100 miles off the coast of Louisiana. It's moving to the northwest very slowly, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Its maximum winds are now 80 miles per hour. And along with that, the Gulf Coast is now experiencing, especially the coast of Louisiana, hurricane winds. In fact, there are hurricane warnings from Freeport, Texas, all the way to Pensacola, Florida. And as that moves ashore, up to 10 inches of rain is possible. Along with that, tides of 5 to 8 feet. So it's going to be a very dangerous storm as it comes on shore. In fact, the oil rigs off the coast are now experiencing some tremendous winds with that. As far as our weather is concerned, you can notice some thunder showers that moved through the area last night. They are right now passing into New Jersey. Along with that, we'll see some sunshine, hazy sunshine during the day. The fog will have to burn off from the morning hours to see that sunshine. Later on, we'll get into some cloudiness, and along with the cloudiness, there could be some thunderstorms developing. This line of clouds and showers will move into our area very gradually, reaching us by Friday morning with more showers. And then later on, well, we'll see a slight bit of cooling, but it'll pick up the temperatures as we head into the weekend. As far as our forecast for the day, well, checking it, it's going to be another one of those sizzlers. Storms are possible, thunderstorms this afternoon into tonight, and some of the downpours could be quite heavy. Temperatures ranging anywhere from the mid-80s to the upper 80s. So as I mentioned, it's going to be quite a sticky situation that we're going to have to get through during the day. And checking our forecast, very warm and humid, along with the increased risk of thunderstorms, not only today, but through tonight. Tomorrow, we're looking for the front to edge in on us with showers. On Saturday, it looks like a good deal of cloudiness, maybe some sunshine in the afternoon. Temperatures a little bit cooler than what we've experienced. And then heading into Sunday, some sunshine, but the humidity is on the increase again. So summer isn't over, Frank, until the dog days of summer are long
We'll
gone.
have to remember the recipe for lemonade. Thanks a lot.
That's right. Take care.
Briefly, here are some of this morning's top national and international news headlines. 21,000 Teamsters who have been on strike for over 3 weeks have a tentative agreement this morning. The Teamsters are those who transport cars and trucks from automakers to dealers across the nation. None of the terms of the new tentative contract have been announced. Now, you heard Noreen talk about Hurricane Danny. As she said, it is battering the Louisiana and Texas coast this morning. Strong winds and heavy rain. Thousands of people have already been evacuated from the Louisiana and Texas coast as the hurricane moves inland, and there are reports now from our meteorologists, winds gusting up to 90 miles an hour. Newswatch 16's Kathy Bellich with a report on beating this heat as the hot, sticky, muggy weather continues. Newswatch 16 this morning continues in a moment. It's about 16 and a half minutes before 7 a.m.
Have you heard the myth that shampoos can only clean hair? For over 50 years, I've been formulating shampoos that not only clean, but moisturize and add thickness and sheen to the hair. Nexus Therapy shampoo helps make your hair silky, shiny, and glowingly alive. Therapy is a thick, luxurious shampoo enriched with selected botanicals. Whether your hair is dry, thin, brittle, or oily, Nexus has a shampoo that's just right for you. Ask for your free trial size of Nexus Therapy shampoo at these fine salons.
Amazing Jacob Kurlanchik's awarding some lucky local person $2,000 worth of furniture. The Broyhill Super Summer Sweepstakes.
Hello, I am Paul Broyhill, chairman of Broyhill Furniture. I'd like to invite you to visit our newest Broyhill Showcase Gallery at Jacob Kurlanchik's.
Up to 50% off Jacob Kurlanchik's 35-room Broyhill Showcase Gallery in the entire store. And some lucky local person will win the $2,000 worth of Broyhill furniture. Jacob Kurlanchik's, Main Highway, Dallas, Main Street, Duryea.
Good morning, everyone. For those of you that may be just joining us, 14 and a half minutes before 7 a.m. And this is Newswatch 16 this morning. Today is Thursday. It is the 15th of August. Many of you may have had a restless night, especially if you didn't have the fan or the air conditioner running. The dog days of summer seem to be here, and as Newswatch 16's Kathy Bellich reports now, people are looking for ways to cool off.
Fans were a hot item at this Einen department store. So hot, customers just couldn't leave them on the shelves. The store sold more than 80 fans in one day. Michael Snyder of Scranton bought 2.
It was terribly hot last night. Hard time sleeping. Kids are complaining. I got 3 little kids, and it's tough. We don't have a fan in the house, so decided tonight to get 2 of them.
Some customers admittedly came into the store just to be in air-conditioned comfort. Paul Vilgas of Mayfield was one of them, but he says he had a dual purpose in coming to the store. He needed a fan, too.
I have a little condition, and it's hard for me to breathe in this weather, and it's just hard to take.
Is it unbearable for you?
It sure is.
Little Justin Eckert found his spot while his parents were shopping. His mother, Peggy, says the family couldn't stand one more day without a fan.
We were all very fidgety in the house without any fan, and the humidity was awful hot.
On a hot day like today, all these people have the right idea. The only answer is blowing in the wind. Kathy Bellish, Newswatch 16, Einen.
Cancer researchers are excited this morning about what they call a new treatment for liver cancer that they say is working. Doctors at Johns Hopkins University say they have discovered special antibodies that can kill cancer cells. Now, to make the treatment even more effective, radioactive iodine is attached to the antibodies injected into the cancerous liver. Now, the researchers say the treatment has been effective in 50% of the liver cancer cases that have been treated. Jay Christopher is coming up next on Newswatch 16 this morning with a Sports Watch and highlights of the Major League Baseball games played overnight, including a big win for the Boston Red Sox. Sports Watch 16 is next, and right now it's 12 minutes before 7 a.m.
Rocky Glen Park, a fantastic amusement park complex for fabulous family fun.
Join in the fun. Park it! Join in the fun. Park it!
Ride the Sea Dragon roller coaster, sky ride, plus picnic areas, swimming, water slide, kiddie land, and great food and entertainment.
Join in the fun. Park it! Join in the fun. Park it!
Wholesome family fun at Rocky Glen Park, Music, PA.
Here at Richard Toyota, our commitment is to volume selling, which means lower prices to you. Our aim is to sell every new Toyota car and truck from $100 to $500 less than any other dealer. And right now we have a good selection, which means you'll probably find the car or truck you've been wanting here in stock and ready for years of great driving. No matter where you live in northeastern Pennsylvania, if saving money is important to you, remember, unless the Richard Toyota name is on your car or truck, you probably paid too much. Richard Toyota, Scranton.
It's love at first bite with Mr. Donut Donuts. That's why donut lovers everywhere say,
Hey, Mr. That's a donut. Hey, Mr. That's a Mr. Donut Donut.
now the world's favorite donut shop also has delicious fresh baked goods. Try them all. You'll savor every crumb.
Hey, Mr. That's a donut. Hey, Mr. That's a Mr. Donut Donut.
Morning, everyone. 10 minutes before 7. Too hot to play baseball. Okay to watch, though.
They ripped one last night, though, Frank.
Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, Frank. Hello again, everybody, with your coffee and toast and maybe some poached eggs. At the ballparks overnight, American League action. There was a laugher at Fenway. Boston collected 21 hits in a 16-3 shelling of the Kansas City Royals. Bill Buckner had a grand slam. Wade Boggs picked up 4 hits. The story now from Bud Fotopoulos.
The Red Sox batted around and then some in the first inning. A single by Wade Boggs, his first of 4 hits, scored Marty Barrett, who had led off with a double. Boston led 1-0. Dwight Evans followed with a home run high over the left field monster, his 13th of the year. It was 3-0. Boston came up with 3 more hits and a walk as 10 men batted in the inning. This single by the 9th man in the order, Steve Lyon, scored the 5th run as Rich Gedman crossed the plate. The Red Sox went in front 5-0 and sent starter Joe Black to the showers. The Royals picked up a run in the second inning when Onyx Concepcion singled through the mound to score Frank White and make it 5-1. By the time the third inning rolled around, the score was 7-2, and the Red Sox loaded the bases for hot-hitting Bill Buckner. Buckner sent one of Joe Beckwith's fastballs into the seats in right field for a grand slam, his 13th homer of the year. Boston led 11-2. The Red Sox won a laugher by a score of 16-3, as Bruce Hurst had no trouble going the distance for his 8th win of the year. This is Bud Fotopoulos reporting.
All right, plugging in the electric scoreboard. Oakland sweeps 2 from Minnesota, scores of 5-0 and 7-4. California and Seattle split a couple. Halos in the opener 3-1, Mariners in the second 6-1. Baltimore topped Cleveland 8-4. Boston belted Kansas City 16-3. New York defeated Chicago 10-7. Toronto beat Texas 4-1, and Detroit edged Milwaukee 4-3. In the National League, 5 games were played, 1 rainout. First, some highlights. The Phillies outlasted the New York Mets for a change, 2-1. Some game action. 7th inning, Rick Shue tags a single over the head of first baseman Keith Hernandez to score teammate Von Hayes. Leading 1-0, the Mets tied it in the 8th when Gardenhire bunts it and was misplayed by Don Carmen. Howard Johnson scored, but the Phils win it 2-1. Cubs, Montreal at Wrigley. The Penguin, Ron Cey, plants this one for a grand slam, his 14th homer of the season. It came in the 3rd inning, but Montreal won it 8-7. Scoreboard. Montreal shades Chicago 8-7. Houston tops San Francisco 7-5. Philadelphia edges New York 2-1. San Diego defeats Cincinnati 4-1. Rose did not play. Los Angeles defeated Atlanta 5-0. In Pittsburgh at St. Louis, that game was rained out. World champion race driver Mario Andretti has been given the green light to resume racing this weekend at Pocono. Andretti was in an Indianapolis hospital on Wednesday to undergo a checkup on injuries suffered in a racing accident 2 weeks ago in Michigan. He had sustained a broken collarbone and broken right hip. Pronounced fit to race, Andretti said he can't wait to get behind the wheel to start racing once again.
I have to make some changes that will take probably a little bit of getting used to, because the support that I'm going to seek is somewhat around my ribs rather than my shoulder. I'm going to try to keep as much of the pressure on my shoulder off during the race, because it's a long race, 500 miles. And again, it's certainly something that's different, but I'm just going to get used to it, that's all.
Now, Andretti will be at Pocono International Speedway today, getting ready for the time trials tomorrow. On Sunday, he'll be in the lineup for the start of the 2nd annual Domino Pizza 500 that gets underway on Sunday at 1 p.m. NFL running back Tony Dorsett has ended his 19-day-old holdout from the Dallas Cowboys. Team president Tex Schramm says the 31-year-old All-Pro back agreed to a 5-year contract late yesterday, reportedly $6.2 million. Dorsett is expected to be in camp today. 12 golfers begin play today in the LPGA World Championship at Beaufort, Georgia. Defending champion Nancy Lopez and Alice Miller are in that field. And at Grand Blanc, Michigan, the men are teeing off in the PGA Buick Open. If you'd like to tee off at the lakes or the streams or wherever, try 7 o'clock. Oh, 7 o'clock. You're late. You're late. 1:30 this afternoon may be a better time, though. It's not guaranteed, and you have to take your chances.
Well, actually, they have 6 minutes to get there. I don't know if the fish will wait, though. Thanks a lot, Jay. Newswatch 16 this morning continues in a moment with more on our top stories.
If you'd like to know how good Spalding's new cinnamon cruller is, ask our cruller expert, but wait till after dessert. Spalding's new cinnamon cruller.
It's delicious.
Here are 12 attractive, sensible reasons for using rental uniform service on work clothes from Dempsey. Employee morale, trim, safety-engineered designs, action outfits for men and women in all kinds of light commercial industrial environments, unique attractive emblems, special styles for healthcare and pharmaceuticals, on-the-go styles that are clean, neat, and fresh in a wide range of attractive colors, hardworking clothes for hardworking people from Dempsey. Dempsey Uniform Rental Service. Call us today.
R.M. Taylor Company is celebrating their 50th anniversary. Every customer that buys from them this year will profit substantially. All the fur garments will be discounted 30 to 50% for this once-in-a-lifetime sale. They'll offer only the finest quality furs made from the very best skins obtainable. This has made them famous for fine quality in mink, sable, lynx, raccoon, muskrat, and many others. Buy direct from the factory and save. Open 6 days a week. R.M. Taylor Company, Quakertown, Pennsylvania.
Here's meteorologist Noreen Clark with the Weather Watch forecast. Noreen?
Frank, it's another day where it's going to be hard for you to keep your cool.
Hot.
Right now, it's already warm and muggy with 74 degrees, and let's check that forecast. We're looking for another very warm, humid day. Get set. It's going to be with some hazy sunshine along with the increased risk of thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight. The high 86. Heavy downpours are possible in the thunderstorms. Showers tomorrow. We're looking for mostly cloudy skies on Saturday and turning humid with some sunshine possible on Sunday. So it is a very sticky situation.
All right, thank you very much, Nora. Weather is also a problem in parts of Louisiana and Texas. More on Hurricane Danny coming up next on ABC and Good Morning America. And we'll be back at 7:25 with more local news. Have a good day, everyone.
When you
juicy news in the making, Newswatch 16 wants to hear from you. Call 1-800-533-NEWS. Toll free from anywhere in Pennsylvania. Call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 1-800-533-NEWS.